Hi, my name's Jeremy Gilley. I'm a filmmaker and founder of Peace One Day. 2012 has been a benchmark year. 280 million people aware of Peace Day, 4% of the world's population. We can double that figure in 2013. By working together, we can institutionalise Peace Day, making it a day that is self-sustaining. A day when children are not bullied, women are not hit, and guns are not fired. Our theme for 2013 is Who Will You Make Peace With? So let's find out how this all began. The first film I made was a journey to establish a day of ceasefire and non-violence with a fixed calendar date, the 21st of September. That documentary was called Peace One Day, and it told the story of how and why the 21st of September is a day of ceasefire and non-violence. The second film I made documented the first ever lives being saved on the day, and that took us into Afghanistan. Jude Law travelled with me, and that was a great success. Everybody became involved in Afghanistan, including the Taliban, who agreed not to harm health workers on the day.
Most significantly, the Taliban also agreed not to block access to health workers involved in the campaign.
It made me think, if we can do it there, we can do it everywhere.
The cynic used to say that the day existed, but what difference does a day make? And what I saw in Afghanistan the two times we went was, well, the difference is life or death.
We called this the Global Truce Campaign. In order to make it work, I knew we had to bring together a series of coalitions, each with a lead partner, and that's what we did. The results were incredible. Thousands of organisations were activated by the coalitions across the world. It was the greatest year for participation we've ever seen. So, who will you make peace with? Peace Day is not just about a reduction of violence in areas of conflict, it's also about reducing violence in our homes, communities and schools. So who will you make peace with? Who will you bring together on Peace Day?
I first came across Prem Rawat because I was asked to speak at an event at the European Parliament.
And Jeremy Gilley from Peace One Day.
Thank you for your wise words. Thank you to the European Parliament for inviting me here today.
And I saw him tell one of his stories, and it was, it was beautiful and it was profound, and it was inspiring. And so I clearly knew in that moment that I was listening to a man who had, an awful lot of wisdom on the issues of peace, and had clearly been thinking about it all his life.
It is incumbent upon us to use our resources, intelligence, and the goodness of our hearts to bring forth peace on this planet Earth, regardless of how impossible it may seem.
And then I found out, obviously, that he'd been speaking about it all his life, and that he'd been traveling the world and speaking to hundreds of thousands of people every year on the topic, and devoted his entire life to inspiring and empowering people all over the world to think about peace and to act for peace in their own individual way. And he's an incredible human being, a very wise and courageous, powerful man.
It is not the world that needs it, it is us as individuals who need the peace.
Pleasure. Yeah, it was a real pleasure. Take care. Yeah, thank you so much. Real massive honour.